Hello everyone and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. Tonight we've got another match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Crosskeys Tournament 2024 here. We've got Swiss Round 2, Sten versus AdirondackRick. I'm starting with me on comms tonight is Blue Link. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I missed Crosskeys, and it's great to have a tournament for this going on right now.
Yep, should be a fun match here. We're in Swiss Round 2. We've got Sten versus AdirondackRick. They are both 1-0. Rick here lost to Will WC in round 1 by about 7 minutes. And Sten on the other side lost to Lin Lin by 29 seconds just the other week, so this should be an interesting matchup. Everyone in the chat probably recognizes Rick, longtime member of the community. Sten, relatively newer to the community, I believe. So we'll see how they do.
So this is the second round of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead about Swiss. I'm getting a runner set up to get going.
Oh, right. So this is the second round of the Swiss part of the tournament. How many rounds is it?
That's a solid question. I am slightly forgetting myself.
Oh, sorry for putting you on the spot.
Oh, you're fine. I should have checked that myself. 8 rounds. Thank you, Allison, in chat. 130 yard insult.
Cool. Lots and lots of Crosskeys to play.
Yep, plenty to be had. And there we already had Swiss Round 1 over. This is partway through Swiss Round 2. And then we'll have 6 more rounds after this. So plenty of Crosskeys to be had. Just because they both lost their first round does not mean that they can't pull out some wins in the future rounds here. So we'll see how this goes, because they'll be going shortly, as you can see the countdown timer. To the past gun, this is Swiss. It's 1 game per round. And yeah, 8 rounds, 7 1 or better advances to. Okay, thank you, Allison, for the clarification. So, it's 8 rounds of Swiss. Those who are 7-1 or better advance to brackets. Then the 6 2s go to a tiebreak race, and top 16 total have a best of 3 single elimination bracket. Thank you. Got a big key to ice and a glove. At the Uncle today, that's kind of annoying in terms of save warps are both basically at the same place. I apologize for game audio, fixing that right now. That should be better, hopefully.
Just 10 arrows there on the tree pole.
And, or sorry, not Sulahan. Sorry, it's a witch. It says hitting it for an opener here to the Witch Hut and then over to Useless Fairy to Houlihan, which is a fairly common Crosskeys opener. Mimic Cave at the Witch Hut is going to be something to come back to later. And
Here's
the
back of Skull Woods.
Woods. I missed what entrance that was for Rick.
You know what? So did I.
Chat. Light World Hype Key. Thank you, our tracker IQ, for pointing that out. And single arrow under the bridge. We've got the well in the Useless Fairy entrance.
That's nice and convenient.
Got it. Yep. And Rick got a bomb from the Link's House rocks. Thank you.
Well, no bombs in the well though. Sten will have to come back.
Yep. The key to desert there, though, is something for later.
Rick very politely waiting for that red guard to get out of his way.
Yep, going to head on over to check back of escape, and that's a Houlihan here for Sten to get some money.
And Rick is going to use that single bomb he got from outside Link's house to get some more bombs in back of escape and his first bottle.
Yep. Then gonna check the north shore of Lake Hylia here. Got a couple entrances in the Lake Island. Let me try turning Rick up just a smidge. We got a shop there. Not quite vanilla, but close to it. And that's good, and that's a much needed bomb pickup for Sten. We're heading on over to Cac from the south, and our Lake Island is $20. We're getting some the 50-50s on those bomb bushes, and there's the back of the desert. There's a glove. Rick saw something in Light World Archie, but I completely spazzed what it was. Paradox in the race game, right?
A mysterious small key there on race game.
Oh, that's gonna be fun for later.
Oh, Sten doesn't quite make it out of the bush pile there with the guards.
Yeah, that can be kind of finicky.
Rick, having absolutely no money, is going to pick up 50 rupees inside this Thieves' Cave here.
Yeah. Yeah, how's audio now, chat?
Alright, Rick is into Kakariko Village.
We're gonna get a whole lot of entrances here. Sten getting back escape now. And got ourselves Smokey to Meyer and Air Cape.
And free fairies at the fairy fountain.
That's the main entrance, is just another shop. And Cac Bomb Hut is bottom side of Spec Rock. So I'm gonna route this way over to the Cac area. Don't see this too often outside of entrance, Rando. And our chicken hut is a shop. I can also check the Sank drop down for Sten. Haven't seen this yet. And Graveyard Ledge for Rick. Uncle here. Small key to GT for Rick.
A nice cane of Samaria. I guess Uncle doesn't need that anymore.
Oh. Piece off the bottle vendor and a map to Thieves Town for Sten. Our well drop down is the Lost Woods Thieves hideout. And I think we're running out of entrances for Ganon. It's 50-50 him and Magic Bat between either both vanilla or both swapped, I think is what we're... Or no, we've got one more. It's Lumberjack drop down's a third. I think that's what we're all missing. Sten backtracking for the well bombable check. Might as well. Not really a better chance to route this for him, so this makes sense. And that's a small key to GT. Hyrule Castle left for Rick and Cac here. And next to Myra Shed.
The Hera small.
And a small key to Meyer number 2. Thanks, game.
Oh, Rick has no money. He spent it all on that map.
Oh, that's gonna be something to come back to later. Oh yeah, I forgot this entrance is available for Sten, which is the Smiths. And our first look at Pod here for a Rick. Can't do a whole lot in here, but can at least check the first chest, which is Ether, and got the dam here, and the lumberjack hut for Sten with the nice rod in it. Back of the bar is always vanilla in these settings. And nothing, there's nothing there.
I think that was Useless Fairy there at Lumberjack.
That is Useless Fairy.
Well, that's inconvenient.
It is. Okay, let's see, what's the magic bat drop down? I forgot we haven't seen the Lost Woods drop down. Whoops, I'm terrible. Lost Woods drop down. Alright, okay, Magic Bat drop is the Lumberjack drop, which is useless. So Magic Bat and Ganon, I think, are outstanding drops then. And boy,
Yeah.
I can't count drops. I guess I forgot about Lost Woods. Whoops.
Alright, Rick can actually play the arrow game and make some money.
Good, he does need it, because he's currently dirt poor. And there's Magic Bat in the Lost Woods, which means we need to beat Aga 2 today.
Lovely.
But yeah, from discussion in chat, yeah, CAC access is actually kind of not great today, because the sanctuary is at Hyrule Castle, so getting to CAC is kind of a pain. One side of Bumper Cave here, north of on the fortune teller north of CAC. See CAC now from the northern side for Sten. Rick going back for chest game. We're just gonna see double chest game here for a mirror.
Ooh, very nice.
And to see Paradox makes sense for Rick, and then probably check a connector coming from here since he's cleared out the CAC area and not really much else to do from here. Boomerang,
The
okay,
Bloomerang.
not the worst, not the best.
Stan is thinking about what to do here in Hyrule Castle. He can do some.
He can. He's got bumps. He's got 10 bumps. He's got a cane. We've already seen Back of Escape, so that's not a concern. Powder in Paradox Cave, as well as the Steve Small, as well as Blue Mail and 50 bucks. This exit to Paradox drops us out at the TR bridge.
Good thing we have that mirror.
Jinx, yep. And Mimic Cave entrance is a fortune teller. No thanks. And the other side of TR Bridge is also a fortune teller. Wowee! Spiral Cave top entrance is not. Oh, actually, no.
I think Sten might have forgotten which way the guards work with the ice rod. It'll one-shot the blue guards, but freeze the green ones.
Ha! Thinking a swamp in the front of it. Escape, and actually I just can't identify caves. Here, there was an entrance to Spec Rock at the Spiral Cave top. It's just gonna go back through and I'm gonna try the bomb jump across. What are the odds of having both entrances be fortune tellers? I don't know, Azulian, but it's kind of funny. I think Rick is going to go back and check the other paradox connector here. Yeah, map to ice. Front of escape, not exceptionally helpful, but that's something. Okay, game. That's kind of convenient for Rick, actually. He can go check these couple drops he hasn't gotten to yet. And that's one less entrance to worry about later, with the other, our last paradox entrance is dumping us at Graveyard Ledge. And I realize we're still having audio problems. Chat. We're gonna switch to Sten's audio since we're okay. It's better. Let me know how that sounds.
Well, I don't know if it's just me, but I can't hear anything, even though the little music note icon is next to Sten.
Oh, mouse over the on the comms page, mouse over the stream, and the little thing will pop up for you on the bottom of it. That's a little different for you versus the comms page versus chat. What chat hears.
Oh,
Music
okay, awesome.
What Restream hears. We can select our own audio source.
We have special powers.
Yep. Yeah, both runners just doing some checks we've already seen from the other. So for the one, please do give both runners a follow. Sten and Rick, my Kokon Blue Link, and our tracker Ikir. It's a pleasure to work together with you, Blue Link. Been a little bit since we last had comms.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Gonna be plenty more Crosskeys to come here. Rick finding the Smiths. He's gonna find a dam shortly, I believe, as Sten cleans up Kak here. So I'm kind of just looking at our collection of entrances and items to see what we can do right now. We found the back of Skull Woods and the back of Desert, neither of which we can do anything with. We've got no keys and no bow for Pod. And we could go take some Hyrule Castle connectors, I suppose. Nope.
And
I haven't seen the eastern area.
Sten does have that cape now to go through Bumper Cave if he wanted to.
That's true as well, yeah, because that was just north of Kak. Rick is also going to find that entrance when he gets back over that way, since he hasn't done Lost Woods yet. Sten's gonna find his ether here in the pod. Not the most interesting of starts, not the slowest of starts, just not a lot of, not perhaps a lot of obvious plays to take here, I think. Both runners just thoroughly cleaning out the west side of Light World before they decide what to do next.
Yeah, that's what really fascinates me about Crosskeys is just the decision making on where you want to go and all that. But Rick has the powder, so he's going to check Magic Bat right now.
And that was some Paradox Cave, which Sten is about to find in short order. Nothing on Magic Bat, though.
And Sten's audio is the Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver MSU. An excellent soundtrack, but I've never actually heard it used as an MSU before today.
Yeah, there's MSUs for quite a few different Pokemon games. Rick is using the Ninja Gaiden collection MSU. Do Thanks for deafening chat earlier. We might switch back to him if I can get later, but game was not playing nice with me in that audio. Here's Paradox for Sten. Let's see where Paradox, or not Paradox, Bumper Cave goes for Rick. Thief's Town. Okay, might do a bit of fun walking here. Or not. Not a lot you can do as a bunny right now with their critical from that position. So we're gonna see Hyrule Castle instead. Rick gonna take his cane to the back, to the front of Escape. And I guess right now with that Thieves Connector, what you can do is take the mirror lock checks at Race Game and Key 45.
Yeah, finding out what that small key is could be helpful.
Yeah, and the race game would also be an additional entrance on the left side. It is a bit of a walk. Greg is gonna just go to front of Escape instead first. Then checking out this connector and finding it dumps him at Laser Bridge.
And Sten is going to find the two fortune tellers, but just in the opposite order.
Yep. And doing a slightly different order here from Rick, might be planning to jump down and check the mountain here. Is also going to go check the item in Spec Rock, which I don't believe was anything super memorable.
Oh, Rick going for the bonus style points? I love it.
It's always fun to see. I was a map desert here in Spec Rock. Yeah, Sten's had the option here of Paradox Cave top entrance, the Spec Rock exit, which he failed the bomb jump on. You can just go check this one, or dropping down to East Death Mountain. And the choice is this: Rick finding Dark Flute 5 at the Hyrule Castle main entrance. Or Hyrule Castle main entrance is Dark Flute 5, I guess might be a better way to word it, as Sten just found one of the other exits Spec Rock is Ganon. Go check out this area, I suppose. Not checking Desert Life, it surprises me a bit. Oh, our runners are converging. Funny game. And here's Hera. Despite taking wildly different routes to get here, our runners are now in the same place at the same time.
With the same number of hearts.
Yep. It's actually kind of funny they're here at the same time by two completely different connectors. Ooh,
oh, boots! And no big key, no hook shot, so we can't go any farther even if we wanted to.
Yep. And now each of the runners is going to go find the connector the other took to get here. And both are like, nope. Neither of them is going to go run over to Desert Ledge, I guess. Information will be for later. And we're going to see South Shore instead, it looks like, for Sten, and I'd assume the same for Rick. Still Light World Hype Cave earlier, and that was about it. Quarreling Brothers house at the dam. Gonna see where this goes for Sten. Rick's gonna keep going. Yeah, Sten not using boots. That's the top of Spec Rock. Bucknut there, and Rick is going back to the castle. Now Sten's using his boots, huh? This is Old Man Rescue. Boomerang to try and navigate. And I forgot Rick still has his portal here. Check a couple entrances. Which has a big key, we'll be back for later. Moon Pearl. Or actually, no, we can do a bit of a mirror walk here. Don't forget that strat exists. Nothing on the old man. He's not having a lot of luck here. There's a back tower.
Alright, Rick does get the big key. It's to Pod. Upgrade Fairy. Sten does not want to spend his hard-earned cash there.
No. Dark Star has hit. That's not really gonna do us anything. And we've got Hype Cave for Sten.
Not a good start.
Neither is that, or that. Small key to Skull Woods, I think, is like a 1 out of 10. For small key to first Skull key, Skull Woods small key. Wow, words are hard isn't the worst, but it's also really not very helpful.
Oh yes, I totally understand this words are hard thing. Gets me all the time.
Don't mind me if I completely mix up my languages. I've been doing that a lot lately on English comms. There's Eastern, which we haven't seen yet.
So that was the all-important Swamp Small at Race Game.
That's a good find. We don't know where Swamp Palace is, but it is something we'd like to see sooner rather than later.
Unless it's a pendant, then you feel bad.
You see the front of Eastern here with a small key to TR for Sten. I do love this theme from the here at Eastern.
Oh, Sten remembered he has boots.
He did remember a little bit ago on the mountain. Just the Lucario's brightness. I do quite like this one. Playing with the bunny as usual. K45 entrance is another fairy. Mongrokes by Link's house for Rick is
Ooh.
for our first TR entrance. And there's a hookshot in Eastern.
That's useful.
Very useful indeed. And we're gonna check the big key chest out of logic, and then that will be it here for Sten. No bow, no big key to finish the dungeon. We're going back for the dam to go check this connector, which we know will drop him at Spec Rock Top. He's gonna also be on the mountain along with Sten. Reminds me we also have access to the Hera entrance since we have a mirror, and that looks like that's where Rick's going first. Very nice darkroom navigation on Sten's side in Eastern. And fix up. Ah, there's our Moon Pearl.
Oh!
That's a
Wow,
nice
so
time to
Eastern's
Sten.
loaded.
Apparently, yeah, I got both the hookshot and that Moon Pearl in there. That's a good find for sure. Down to logic, not that he cares and not that Rick's gonna care. And that's gonna save Sten some time here because he hasn't done the bunny walk Rick's done yet, and Rick didn't find much of immediate use on that bunny walk. Gonna find the absolute uselessness at Type Cave, and the map to GTA isn't helpful either. Type Cave entrance was dead, and this one here is the chicken hut. Well, the Spike Cave entrance was a library with a map to GT on it, so basically dead, and chicken hut is about as useless, thanks to the shield. Rick saving the old man. We're gonna go see East Death Mountain in Logic now. Probably so soon, I'd expect for Sten. First up to Hera, though.
Hera is just Quarter Note Cave, and Rick has rescued the old man.
Yep. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see the bottom of East Death Mountain now for Sten. We saw a connector TR bridge, which could have gotten us over here. That was not the logical way over, since it was by bomb jumping across Paradox. This is our logical way over. There's Naga Tower for Rick. That's a dead house for Sten. And Rick is going to go check the first chest of Naga Tower. Sten did not feel like trying to kill the ball and chain guards on this equipment, understandably, so we'll see if Rick finds anything useful here. This really isn't the most fun inventory to kill these guys with.
Well, he should have enough magic if he can get some hits like that in.
Neological Paradox actually Pearl plus Mirror, Pearl, and Villajack is actually yeah, good point. Something is a bit. Ice Rod Cave is useless for Sten. There we go for Rick.
Alright, is this going to be worth it?
Well, he has to still beat these guys. And that's not going so well, yeah.
He's fine.
No, he has a very good. Sten's done with East Death Mountain for now. We're gonna save quit.
Okay, Rick is going to stun them and then bomb them.
That's a better idea. And $20 for all his troubles.
Oof.
And that's a point though, yeah, Allison, Merle is out of logic because that's Lamplock and Eastern. But you can't really do anything with that TR entrance right now, so... Same for... Good. Okay. You can check lava chest there. Alright, let's see. Rick's gonna continue on the mountain. Sten's gonna go this way. Don't mind me, my sense of direction is kind of terrible. Rick finding Eastern.
Oh!
Oh, is not going to go in. That's going
Maybe he's gonna check the other drop-down entrance first?
I hope that's the play here, because otherwise, could be a problem if he doesn't. Might be mindful of the chain chomp Sten.
Yeah, Sten does not have a fairy.
Nope. And that's it for TR for now for Sten. Sten skipped lava chest. Rick
Oh!
has no Merle for that, right?
Yeah,
And Sten,
Rick saved and quit out of
the DM, yep. No Eastern dig for him. Old man is at the back of desert entrance. And there's a big heat of TR on the desert ledge. So left entrance is nothing interesting, I think. And Mini Moldorm Cave is next for entrances for Sten. There's a front of TR.
One more check he can do here.
Yeah, Sten didn't continue past chain chomp or backwards from chain chomps to check the first chest here, so this actually works out. I was thinking that he hadn't done that yet. Back of Old Man is the bomb shop. And that's a shovel. Sten using the opportunity to farm some bombs. Not a bad idea, actually. Yeah, that's a point from chat. Sten didn't check the Village of Outcast connector. Doesn't know about the Village of Outcast connector because he didn't go through Bumper Cave, which is how we got there. Gonna see Light World Shopping Mall. 3 entrances we have not checked yet, and Rick's gonna be our first runner to Eastern. And there's Laser Bridge for Rick, and King's Tomb for Sten. Got a flute in it, that's a great find.
Oh, wonderful.
And a useless entrance. Brewery here for Sten is $300. That's not terrible. And Laser Bridge is a bust for Rick.
I think you're living about a second into the future compared to my stream.
Okay.
It's ever so slightly disconcerting.
Okay, hit the refresh button, and Rick, yeah, Rick not going backtracking for Crystal Roller Chest there. This chat reminds me. Mindset for Rick, I did not catch where this was. It's our first sword. And a small key to ice. As well as our lamp. There's our Moon Pearl access. I did not catch what the shovel give us.
Oh, and the bow.
Now you're ahead of me.
This is so weird.
Oh, Light Flute 5 was mindset. Yeah.
Yeah, Sten is going to find that pretty quick as soon as he activates this flute.
Yep.
Chat telling me I'm about 3 seconds ahead of them. This
Okay, hit the refresh button.
Very puzzling.
It's depending on our own IPs, and so I guess yours happens to be a little faster than things. Hey, hit the refresh button on your commentary page. I'm also going to refresh the restream. Thieves Town in Saha's Hut, I think that was for Rick. Small key to Desert.
Okay, I think we're all synced up again.
Desert, that would be best. That would be helpful. Okay, Sten's gonna now find that Village of Outcasts connector. I think. Oh, no, this isn't.
Rick actually has everything he needs to beat Desert now.
He can beat the back, yes. Follow number 2 in the front of thieves. And no, actually, that's a different connector for Sten. I did not catch how he got here, but it was one of the connectors in CAC. Our laser bridge entrance is a shop. Very Ascension Key, thank you. And there's a TR Big Chest entrance at Saha's Hut.
Sten, I would like to personally thank you for buying that shield. That just makes me so warm and fuzzy inside.
Don't see that too often, but okay. Sten's gonna check the Arrow Castle connectors. I don't remember if he's in the Dark Process. That is. We're going to take this TR connector back over to, we're gonna go back over here. Where is Rick going?
Sten getting into a little bit of trouble here.
It does get through to find our first pod small. I'm a little surprised it took us 38 minutes to just find that. Come to think it, I just 38 minute first pod small is a little weird.
Oh, poor Rick. He's gonna have to kill this thing.
Yeah, this is kind of slow. But it does work, as slow as that was.
It's kind of odd that throwing it around doesn't hurt it, but Fire Rod there in Lava Chest is a huge find.
Yep. That is a very big find, yeah. Sten on the other side just saw one of the other entrances, the Spec Rocket. He failed the bomb jump too earlier. Entrance by pod. Yeah, lava chest might be a problem for Sten. He skipped that earlier, perhaps not wanting to fight the Pokey on the equipment he had, but Sten also did mirror to do Light Flute 5 for blind set, which we know has a bunch of stuff in it. Pod entrance though is another fairy fountain that doesn't help game.
You know, the Pokemon Center music is so perfectly appropriate for a fairy fountain.
It really is. I have no idea who who developed this MSU, but that was a good choice. And Sten is actually going to save a bit of efficiency on Rick doing Eastern and Pod the Eastern and Pod areas at the same time. For the front of Thieves Town. And we're going to check right side of TR here, which Sten couldn't do due to no Fire Rod.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do this right after Chomps, but I realized he had no key.
Yep.
And Rick correctly remembering he doesn't have the hookshot, which he unfortunately left behind in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, each of our runners is missing something the other picked up. That's quite important. Rick is missing his hookshot and his Moon Pearl. Sten is skipped blind set with a bunch of stuff in it, as well as Fire Rod. Blind set at least is in the region here. It's like Dark Flute 5, but the Lava Chest might be a bit before he gets back there. Although again and again, as chat reminds me, here's is the TR big chests. So.
Oh, he's leaving.
Nope, never mind.
Okay.
He also doesn't have a big heat. Good point, because that was on the Desert Ledge, and he hasn't checked the Old Man save quit, which is how Rick got to Desert Ledge. Because Old Man is at the back Desert entrance.
Alright, Rick picking up his flute.
Then finding Laser Bridge, which we know is Snore. We're doing a fake flipper to go check the water check.
No Moon Pearl of... Oh, wait, no, that's, Huh, I didn't know it worked like that. Okay.
Rick is kind of...
Wait, he has Zora money. He didn't go to Zora.
He could. I think he got stuck trying to jump down in that cave.
Oh! Yeah, of course, you're right.
Stuck. Yeah, you lost the fake flipper, so you couldn't get back out. And that splash kills your fake flipper state. Yeah. he does not have that moon pearl. We're gonna see the top of Hyrule Castle entrances for Sten. Pyramid Ledge was junk. And has a key. Check this. Which is another shop.
Probably my favorite thing about Crosskeys is seeing all the awfully located businesses.
Right? Like, how does that shop get any business? Burnout over here as well, which that doesn't really open much of anything since you already have a cave. Rick activating his flute, and that's another terribly located shop. See Catfish next for Sten, probably going to mirror for Sora as well, I think. New entrance for Rick on his side. We'll also see the Dark Witch Hut for Sten. There's a right-sided desert for Sten. Island connector for Rick. Desert right side as not much for Sten. Our entrance medallion is Ether.
Convenient.
Except for we have no way of opening it right now without a hammer. It's Desert is a crystal looking at that sea in the top left corner of Sten's screen.
Yeah, good information to have.
And for the desert, not paying out with anything. What was the desert left entrance? I just completely missed it.
That was Upgrade Ferry.
Ah.
So if the flippers never turn up, this could actually be our logical access to the Ice Palace entrance.
Oh, that would be interesting. And the Freda Desert is the pyramid. Very thanks, game. Back where Sten was just a minute ago. We're going to do right side pod, which we haven't seen yet. Let's see where Sten flutes to next. Send that hookshotting to the North Dark World. Going to go here, which this is his access. He doesn't need a hookshot to North Dark World tag here. He's going to find North Dark World right now. Like that. Not that he knew that, but it doesn't matter. He is orphaning Catfish, though. That desert got him sidetracked. Big Key to GT is harder acquired there in Pod. And Big Key to Meyer.
Okay.
We have a lot of big keys. Can't do a lot with said big keys, but we have a lot of them. Oh,
Rick is sort of in the right place, but he's going to fleet away from the mountain.
Fleeting. Right, Sten was the one who checked the witch entrance earlier. Rick came over that to there from a different direction, from the useless fairy entrance from a different direction, so didn't check that earlier. And that's all junk. Yeah. Or I can't do them in the cave, sorry, because we don't have a hammer for it. Zen cleaning up some South Dark World we saw earlier from Rick. Going to pick up his Swamp Fall off race game here.
Okay, Rick is going the right way.
Oh, good. Yeah, Rick, please go get your Moon Pearl and lamp and a hookshot, please, because you need that.
Yeah, Rick was gonna get funneled back here eventually because, you know, the Moon Pearl blocks a whole lot of stuff. But Sten and that Fire Rod could still be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it could. I don't know when he's getting back there. I'm also worried about Blindside in Light Flute 5, which had, I think, a sword, a bow, and what else was in there again?
The lamp, I think?
Sword, bow, and lamp, yeah. All of which would be very good to have for him. He has a flute, so you can get back there whenever. I think he just forgot about the entrance. Unlike chat, we can't see our runners' personal trackers on the comms page, and Rick is using your typical entrance tracker. I'm not quite actually sure what Sten's using, so I don't know how he's keeping track of his entrances. There's that hookshot for Rick.
Okay, Pendant Pod.
Yeah, Pendant Pod, crystals on Thieves and Ice. Ice Palace being one of the only dungeons we haven't found yet. Here's Swamp Palace.
It's vanilla!
Entrance. Okay, game. And Dark Hype Cave is the top of Spiral Cave. Sten thinking about it, but yeah, I think you want to check the bomb shop entrance first, because this is gonna one-way him.
Oh, Rick got stuck talking to Kirby.
Yep. Hey, Crocs by the bomb shop is for Windy Moldorm Cave. That's 5 additional checks.
Wow, this Moldorm.
There we go. Moldorm not cooperating with Sten. 300 bucks, 20 bucks, a heart piece, small key to Todd, and heart piece. That was not a very good mini Moldorm cave.
Well, more pod smalls gives us more to do. And it is Pendant Pod, right? And Pendant Pod usually has the goods, or so I'm told.
Something like that, yes. Now we're gonna check the entrance, entrance here north of Dark Lake Hylia, and then Sten might go back for Spiral Cave, well, since he's otherwise flow clearly checked every entrance in this kind of part of the map. Let's see, and yeah, it's Dark Sank, not helpful. Rick, getting reminded, yes, that is the other side of Bumper Cave. I think Rick, we're just checking some entrances he hasn't seen yet, and actually Sten not going to go for Dark Pipe Cave yet, or Spiral Cave.
Yeah, just making sure it's still there, I guess. But gonna check the bomb shop, which is the one he forgot to check.
Oh yeah, he forgot to check this entrance. Good memory to go back for it. Dark Cave there, deciding to not go through it after a bit of poking around. And now he's gonna do that. So we're heading up to Skull Woods here. Got some checks to do in here. Got a small key, so we'll see how the entrance layout is. Nothing on Spiral Cave.
And this takes us... Oh, lovely.
Laser Bridge. Well, we've been here already. That doesn't... to the Light World entrance already. That really isn't very helpful game. What did Rick find in the Skullwood's big key chest? I missed it.
I missed it as well.
Oh, Mitts, that's...
Oh, yeah, that's important. I mean, not as important as in a non-entrance seed, but still.
And I also missed the back of Skullwood's entrance. Whoops.
That was junk, whatever it was.
Okay. Sten going back to Dark World here. I find it kind of funny that up until Rick found those mitts, we didn't have traditional Dark World access, but Bumper Cave basically is the same thing as your regular CAC portal. It takes you from CAC to the village.
It's actually more efficient, isn't it?
It is. No Skullwood's big key, so we can't check the big chest. We can clear out the rest here.
Ooh, I love this music for Skullwoods.
This has a pretty good theme. There's a book. Okay. We can go read the pad, I guess. Oh, and we can read the tablets, though we cannot get either of them since we don't have Master Sword. Rick, not checking the Bumper Cave entrance. Gonna head down to Curiosity Shop here. Well, Bumper Cave entrance and Bumper Ledge need check.
Alright, looks like he's gonna go check now.
Seems like it, yep. Look for Sten. And small key on Bumper Ledge. That's something for later.
Yeah, we have found all of the Singleton keys, I think.
We found the desert, Hera, thieves, and swamp. Yeah. There's a witch at the Bumper bottom.
I guess the Hyrule Castle key, but we don't need that.
Well, the thing that could be there, though. Yeah, we do have all our other one-off keys.
Sten still can't dash through those bushes.
No, but I am a little worried for when he'll check Light Flute 5 for his blind hut for all the things in there, because that's getting further and further away from his things to do. Yeah, they just randomly run into the same entrance from different directions. They've been taking wildly different routes through this scene, but they do keep converging here and there. The Meyer Big is on the right side of Podcoper. Sten will probably get back to it at some point. Monkey to Ice, I don't think we've seen that actually yet for Rick there. Yeah, Fire Rod's gonna be the... Fire Rod and Blind Set are big problems for Sten. Hookshot Cave is a new entrance, which is, Sick Kid with a shroom on it.
Interesting.
On the other side, we found Super Bunny Cave for Rick at the, Kingston entrance. Giving us a map to Swamp. There's stuff with TRs are red, or as a pendant in this red mail for Rick.
Oh hey, nice way to get to that key. Another TR small.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Bumper, no, not bumper. Hookshot Cave. That's what it is.
Which entrance was that for Rick? I missed it.
I don't remember. He was around King's Tomb a little while ago.
Yeah. Spunky to Pod and the Big Key to Hera here in Hookshot Cave. Sten finally figured out taking that save quit. Gonna get his TR big here. Yeah, Sten saw in the wire earlier on that and decided to not take it, not having not wanting to touch it, I guess, with the he had. Still doesn't have a sword. I did not catch what the medallion is for the Meyer entrance.
I actually didn't either.
GT at the Desert Main entrance. Just a swamp and a heart container.
This could be interesting, because Sten has no fire to do the right side.
He's just doing tile room.
Speaking of tile room, we're not going to find the GT big key in check number 22, because we already found it. But
Yep.
The dig game gave us the 22 today, so I'm happy about that.
Nice use of the boomerang here too. Hopefully taking damage.
Yeah, makes this a lot more entertaining to watch. I mean, look at what Rick's doing.
Yeah. All that for a heart piece. Womp womp. Gonna check the torch, and that is going to be it for everything we can do in here for Sten, because we don't have a hammer. Sten can't climb Gambit GT. Rick might with his equipment, yeah. Back to the village again for Sten. I'm currently trying to think of what's the best way for Sten to remember the blind set, the Light Flute 5 entrance. He's rather isolated right now. That's got a very badly required blind set in it. And well, Thievestown was in the eastern entrance, so that might be the best thing to get him back there if he finds a Thievestown Big Key. We've got no idea where that is.
Yeah. Like, I'm hoping he just remembers he's got Flute 5 available and is just doing other things that he can do while he's around here, I suppose.
Hopefully, but we'll see. Because yes, Lamp would be great, especially because he doesn't have a fire rod. He has no fire source right now. Yeah,
Rick, you have a cape.
Rick, yeah. This is not going well for Rick.
Chicken wants to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that could happen.
Uh-huh. This room is not going well for Rick.
There, that's how you do it. Nicely done.
Here we go. Right, Sten never took this entrance to Paradox, so it's gonna find that here at Graveyard Ledge. And the releasing GT Big Chest is set. This is King's Tomb. This is King's Tomb entrance is Super Bunny for Sten, which will be red mail, and that'll get him over to Bumper Ledge for his TR small. That's good.
Right, nice Ice Armos.
Just giving us some health and the compass to GT. Thanks, game.
Okay, Rick declining to climb at this time.
Oh, that's where Hookshot Cave was. Literal Bumper Ledge. That makes sense, actually. Nothing in the Meyer Shed right entrance. Dark Akina is useless. Rick did not check the other side of Hookshot Cave. We're gonna see that connector here for Sten.
I think this was Desert Right.
Or was it? Was it? Oh yeah, never mind. It is. Okay, I'm just seeing it again.
Oh, okay. Looks like Rick, after checking those entrances, is going to go climb GT.
I guess he just wanted to finish up the area, yeah. Sten, and they're converging again. Sten also heading for the Meyer area. Cobra, the Lamp and Bow are Sphere 0. It's Blindsight and Light Flute 5. Gan's Hera Big Key was on the right side of Pod. Pod itself is in CAC, so that's also very early, since the bow was Sphere 0. Moon Pearl was in East. Moon Pearl was in Eastern, which is up on West Death Mountain. These are Big Key chests, which is up on West Death Mountain behind that lamp. West Death Mountain Axis, I'm pretty sure was in. There was a couple of places over there. Like parsing my notes sheet to tell you exactly how, but yeah, that was all in. Yeah, we can't climb GT. We can't do the full thing in logic as we only have 2 small keys, but Rick can do the whole thing with this equipment if he wants.
Okay, so Crystal Swamp.
Yep.
So the dream of needing to take Desert to get to the Ice Palace entrance is dead. Those flippers will turn up somewhere.
Well, the flippers could be still in the Ice Palace entrance. We don't know where.
Oh, that is totally valid.
Yes, we haven't. The only dungeon we have not found between our 2 runners is Ice Palace. I'm half wondering if that's exactly where it is. Is it's vanilla? Sten is getting a lot of mileage out of this connector.
Yeah, quite literally.
He has bits now to take the actual portal, but I do think this is actually slightly faster with Hookshot, which is kind of funny. We're gonna see Smith Chain. Smiths are the Light World Death Mountain Ascension Cave, so that's pretty quick to get to. Let's shoot for a second to remember where those went off to. Have you seen the bomb shop yet?
No, I don't think we have.
Didn't think so either.
Alright, some Ice Rod strats there from AdirondackRick. The way the Nintendo-powered guide suggested you do it.
And here's the Smiths for Sten. Lambos 2 down for Rick. And there's our second sword.
Oh, nice.
His first sword for Sten. That's a good find. Vanilla sword on the Smiths. Okay, game.
Sten still pointedly not fluting to 5.
Nope. I think he has genuinely forgotten about it. What was this again? I guess, yeah, it has everything he needs to beat Hera, so might as well.
But still no fire for the basement.
True. Never forgot that. Whoops. Hopefully that's nothing. Otherwise, yeah, because he's no fire rod and no lamp, because didn't want to fight Napoki on limited equipment for Lava Chest and TR, and has entirely just forgotten about Light Flute 5 entrance, I think, rather to this point.
And Rick, getting through both Torches rooms without having to burn a blue potion.
Very nice. I guess he didn't have to fight the Poke because he had a TR small on Sten's side, but at any rate, not doing Lava Chest is biting him a bit, so is not doing Light Flute 5.
Is this our first boss battle of the seed?
It is actually at an hour 11, which is kind of surprising. 4th Podsmall is extremely not in logic here.
Oh no!
Ooh, for Sten.
Hey wait, simultaneous Moldorm fights, but just different Moldorms?
Yep.
Oh, almost! Nicely done.
Nicely done for Rick, yep. Sten giving me anxiety here. Nearly fell in the center hole a minute ago, and that's a spot for the Skullwood's big key.
Please, use your cape. Or do
There.
that works too. Nice.
And gets for his troubles a green rupee, and...
Not worth it.
The crystal was, though. I'll take the crystal here.
Yeah.
So we're down to between Myers, Skullwoods, and Eastern as our final crystal, looks like, according to our trackers. None of which we can... Oh, we can beat Skullwoods. We can't beat either Meyer or Eastern. Need the big... well, no, Meyer's beatable now, but Eastern is not. We do not know where Eastern Big is at.
Nice 3-1-2 there on Iga 2. So Rick has unlocked Ganon for future purposes.
Yeah. Ganon's in its vanilla entrance. FFX Faith, that's why he's doing that. Where is Sten off to? I know Myra's on this side of the map. Is that what he's gonna go check with our world entrances? Sounds like Myra on this equipment might not be, though. With no big heat and no fire sources, probably not the most appealing play right now. He might, actually, because that was dark. I was trying to remember which way it was. Yeah. Okay, Myra play it is, then. Birdo pickup for Rick. I forgot he hadn't done the top of Royal Castle entrances yet, which we know there was a pair of shops up here because we were talking about terrible business locations.
Sten has 3 pod smalls, and he's not being back there yet.
No. He knows it's a pendant, and he doesn't have a bow, I think, is the bigger thing for him.
Oh yeah, he would have a bow if he just flew it to 5, though.
He would, but I think he's completely forgotten that entrance, and/or he's hoping to route it with, I don't know, back at Thieves Town. Thieves is an Eastern Palace entrance, so I'm really hoping he finds Thieves Town Big Key. That might get him back over there.
Yeah, see, this is like the part where I feel like if I were playing a Crosskeys seed, I would be completely overwhelmed with choices. And then something would slip through the cracks.
They do have a lot of choices here. They've got a lot of items, they have a lot of keys, and they have a lot of entrances to do. Plenty of dungeon access. Not a lot in the way of beatable dungeons, admittedly, but they have plenty to do. Don't have the big keys, then. That is in the pod, right side of pod, which, as you mentioned, yeah. Here's Bombo, so that will... No, it's one way to beat Ice Palace if they ever find it.
So the Skullwoods entrance was nothing. We have Bombos for Cold Stare.
Right
Turtle Rock is a pendant.
Junk, yeah.
So it's entirely possible that the Fire Rod isn't actually required.
Yeah. I realized there was Quake, by the way. Not that it matters, I'm just curious, because I apparently forgot to write it down.
Somewhere inconsequential, I think. I don't know.
But yeah, we may actually not need Fire Rod. Okay, thank you, Sten. Finally! He's gonna feel a little bad about this, I think. This is a rather late. This is a Sphere Zero entrance that he could have done about an hour and 15 minutes ago. But here is going to be his Master Sword, his lamp, and his bow, which is good. Painful to get it late, but hey, he remembered it.
Yeah, and now he can do some other things, like maybe go to pod.
Yep. I wonder where our pod smalls are. We're still missing 2, and one of them is out of logic on the GT pre-Moldorm chest, which is behind 4 GT smalls, which we only have 2 of those. Rick doing right side desert, which we know earlier from Sten, I think was... yeah, nothing.
Okay, Rick is going to Catfish.
Okay, this is something Sten left behind earlier, because he checked the Dark Witch Hut entrance, took the connector from there to wherever that went to, and never came back.
Oh yeah, I went to Pyramid Ferry and he got stuck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. He didn't want to backtrack all the way back over here! Oh, that's a painful hammer for Sten.
Wow.
Oh, that is a great find for Rick and absolutely awful for Sten. Ouch. I get it too for Sten not coming back, but ooh, that's a gross hammer location. Cooper, is that even in logic? what's our right side Dark World access is a good question, actually.
That's actually a very good question. How did we get over here? Oh, Zora with another sword. Okay.
Okay, game. I'm control Fing my notes sheet. Cooper, we have Darkfleet 5 is a Hyrule Castle connector. One of our other Hyrule Castle entrances was in CAC, so yeah, that's in logic. It's a little goofy, but it is. And yeah, we've had a glove for forever. Oh, and also the back of Old Man's a Bomb Shop connector, so that's our other way over here. Small key to Castle Tower, that opens one additional check on landmosts here. So yeah, Catfish is really isolated for Sten. That's a problem. I'm just looking overall at what our go mode is. We know between our runners, one of Eastern or Meyer is our last crystal. Meyer is beatable on this equipment between them. Eastern, we don't have the. Oh, actually, no. Did Rick find a bomb shop somewhere? Because we actually have both red crystals marked for him. I realize now. If Eastern's oh, maps. That would be why.
Maps. Okay.
Okay, so Eastern's our last crystal, which means we need to find. Which means we need to find the Eastern Big Key. Nice bomb jump for Sten. We need to find the Eastern Big Key. Ice Palace, the dungeon. Flippers.
And the Thieves' Big Key.
For no mode, yeah. Now I'm starting to think about where Ice Palace could be, because we've seen a pretty good chunk of the game. Yeah, because we've seen like pretty much most, if not all, of Death Mountain. We've gotten our TR bridge connector. We've gotten our bumper ledge connector. We've seen the Meyer area. We haven't seen Dark Shopping Mall because we don't have flippers for that part of the map, and we haven't gotten a connector there. Nice moth fight for Sten.
Oh, I've always wanted to make a Venomoth joke. This is the perfect time.
Meyer entrance, good point, is one IQ, your hammer check, so that would be hammer pegs. The hammer hut in the village of outcasts. So those are two entrances available. What else do we have for entrances outstanding? We have the Ice Palace entrance. Yeah, I'm not sure. There's not a lot of entrances left in this seed. Then having a bit of a think as to where to go next. Including to CAC. Pod is in CAC, now that I wrote down which specific entrance apparently, but...
this one, yep.
This one, yeah. As soon as he headed over, I was like, oh yeah. Okay, so this is good for Sten. He's gonna get his GT Big Key, on the right side. And he's also... I think he might also check the back here, which is something Rick did not have enough keys to do earlier. Rick is going to find Meyer on his side, and I wouldn't be surprised if he goes and beats it here, actually. Or not. Proving me distinctly wrong. Instead, heading to the back.
Now, he does not know that Meyer is a pendant.
No, we know by combining their information, but he doesn't.
Oh hey, there was Quake.
Sahas. Yep.
Well, I guess we can laugh at me for calling Saha's hut inconsequential.
I mean, it pretty much was. There's another Chamber Small. And the big key
there's the Big Key to Thieves, okay. And I think that third GT Small puts that Pod Small in logic on the climb, because it was the pre-Moldorm chest, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was this key to Eastern, okay.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so Palace of Keys.
apparently, we are finding Ice Palace and Flippers from No Mode.
So yeah, Sten can get away with not getting that fire rod, but he needs to go to Catfish.
He needs to go to Catfish. He has harder parts that hammer, yeah.
Oh,
there's Flippers. Yeah, okay, well, I was gonna say Flippers could still be on Trinex or something, but nope, they're there, so we're fine on that. Fire Rod not required this seed, because we've checked the only hard Fire Rod locked entrance. It is not the back of Skullwoods for Ice Palace. Odd paying out with multiple hard-required big keys. There's because GT big keys on the right side, and we found the Eastern and Thieves big keys in the back, which is... And there's half magic too. Nice find. We're the Ice Palace entrance from No Mode, at this point, correct?
Yeah.
And there's
Oh,
Silvers.
hey, Silvers.
Upside Mire loaded indeed, Cooper. Both our Silvers and our Flippers in it.
Alright, big keys. Number 3 and 4 out of pod for Sten here.
Yep. Yeah, I forgot the Mire Big was also here.
Well, just bombs there.
Okay, that's fine for Rick. The Mire Big might eventually get Sten back over there, and that's Bombos for him, Rick. So, what does Crosskeys means? It refers to the cross part of it refers to Cross-World Entrance Randomizer, where all the entrances of the randomizer in the game are randomized. This is Sten doing Thieves Town. You can Thieves Town is the Eastern Palace entrance, for example. Ganon's Tower is the Desert entrance. Or like the top of Hyrule Castle had 2 shops and I think Checkerboard Cave. And then keys refers to the fact it's key sanity. All the maps, compasses, small keys, and big keys are pretty much anywhere in the game. Sten just picked up 4 different big keys out of Pendant Pod, for instance. Sten going slightly the wrong way in Thieves. You already did the front, you just need to do the back. I really hope. Well, actually, no. Sten, we know, does not need to worry about the Thieves Town big chest. He has every item he needs to do every entrance in the game except for the hammer, and his hammer is not here. He's fine. Except for hammer and flippers, and neither of those things are here, so that he's fine. Yeah, we are entrance no mode. We don't care about items.
Yeah, and basically everything we could possibly need, we already kind of know where it is. I guess there's one more sword out there. The mirror shield.
Yeah, we have all entrance access between her runners and Co. We have... Yeah. According to my notes sheets, the only major items we haven't found are the last sword and 2 bottles. Plus, I guess the mirror shield, I don't write that down. I'm not sure I've seen the red boomerang, also don't write it down and don't really care.
Alright, 20 rupees on Vitreous, and it is indeed a pendant.
Yep. Okay, we have in fact been keeping track correctly in between the 2.
Yep, the seed is
Cooper,
not broken.
No. Cooper, we were discussing this just a second ago. We know where everything they could possibly need to be the game is. We haven't found our no mode as a restream is Ice Palace the dungeon, and it doesn't matter where it is. We know about all the items we could possibly need to check every entrance in the game. We're fine. Sten needs hammer and flippers, Allison. Flippers are in the right side of Meyer, hammers on Catfish. There's a pendant. Catfish is just plain isolated, unfortunately.
And by right side of Meyer, you mean fire-locked side, so the left, actually.
Oh yeah, actually, yes. Blame my notes, that's why. For some reason I wrote down right side Meyer, I think because I wrote it down while Rick was on the right side of Meyer. Whoops.
Yeah, that happens.
The Eastern and Thieves Big are both in the back of pod, Allison. Yeah, Sten went briefly to Meyer earlier without a fire source, so... Yeah, and the unfortunate thing for Sten with Catfish is he was on his way there, but then checked the Dark Witch Hut, which was his first entrance to the front, to the first entrance to the front of Desert, and then he got one way through the Pyramid Fairy entrance, so he couldn't get back. And Catfish has just been hard orphaned since. Rick on the other side needs to go back to Pendant Pod to do the back. I'm pretty sure he's got more than does he seriously only have 2 pod smalls? Okay. I guess he never did Dark Cross or Mini Molnorm Cave. Those are the 2 he's missing, I think. Yeah, Rick on his side needs to go back to Pod. He actually has not checked the Vanilla Swamp Palace entrance, which is where Swamp Palace is, amusingly enough. Rick needs to do the back of Pod and find Swamp Palace, I think, is what he needs to do. And it looks like he's going to go find Swamp Palace sometime. As I say that, he's going for Light Hype Cave, which is eating snowballs.
Okay, Sten is going somewhere.
Is this him remembering Lava Chest?
Well, I mean, he did just go past it a second ago. He'd better be going there.
Yeah. This looks like it's good. Well, not good, he doesn't need it, but it's not the worst thing to pick up. He's probably going to feel a little bit silly, perhaps, on this one.
Oh, the Pokey got away.
Yep, it did. There we go. Yeah, Rick is in check entrances and do the back of pod mode. Sten needs to go back to Meyer, check Catfish, and do entrances. So I'd probably give Rick the lead here, though it's been an interesting race to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We are that was Crystal 4 for Rick. We are also at 4 crystals for Sten. Sten is back on the mountain. He is going right. This might be a Meyer play, which would be really good for him. Meyer's over at the one of the bottom of Dark East Death Mountain entrances. And Rick is going to find Swamp Palace in short order here.
Oh wait, Sten is... Oh, he's going the right... No, he's going the wrong way.
Sten, you need the Dark World out. Oh, he has a portal here. Okay.
Oh, convenient.
Did not know he had a portal here. Sten?
Where?
Okay. Small key to TR for Rick. We don't care. Okay. Sten is back here in Meyer. Actually, I realize now also this is his crystal. It is him now. He now knows where all of his pendants are. So that's handy information, I guess.
Yeah, I think Rick actually only has 3 crystals.
Oh yeah, I can't count. I was counting dungeons and bosses and not crystals. Whoops.
Yeah, this will be 4, and then he's missing 2 big keys that are in pod, and then both runners need to find ice.
Yep. Yeah, what's our... neither Blue Link nor I are running an entrance tracker, as just to be clear to chat, so... I'm not 100% sure on what our remaining entrances are. There's flippers for Sten, and he'll get silvers shortly, which is good.
I mean, vanilla ice, like you suggested a long time ago, is still on the table.
I mean, there's really not much left. We've well, it can't be the GT entrance. We've seen the Meyer main. There's a Meyer main entrance. There's a TR main entrance. We've gotten connected to Laser Bridge. There's our third. The Battle in the Swamp Big Chest. We've seen the Laser Bridge. We've seen Bumper Gate Ledge. We've seen Race Game. We've seen all entrances to Desert, all entrances to TR, and all entrances to Hyrule Castle. We've got one way through the Pyramid Fairy earlier, speaking of those things. Yeah, Ice Palace Vanilla, TR main, Meyer main. Sten does not want to do Vidi, which is actually going to be the correct play here. There's nothing on it. It's going to go rush Swamp Palace, I think, for... Well, gonna probably go do Swamp Palace at some point, but there's actually got a choice here, because he knows Hammer can't be in Swamp. I'm curious where he goes now. Going through back of Old Man, there's our Subaru's Key, thanks game. This is gonna dump him at Bomb Shop. Where is Sten going?
To Swamp, I think, because that was vanilla.
Right.
And Rick is unfortunately on left side Swamp looking for those missing big keys.
Yeah, which we know unfortunately are not here. He needs to go back to Pod. Yeah. Okay, Sten is doing Swamp, I guess. Yeah. Sten should go mode Swamp here. He's a Hammer from item go mode, and Hammer can't be in here. It can be in the first two chests. That's it. I would skip the rest. But I don't know if Sten's gonna realize that. We'll see here. Cooper, you need Hammer for Ice Palace. Cooper, Sten is an item go mode from is a Hammer from item go mode, and it can't be in the rest of Swamp Palace because Specky Clip is not in logic. Yeah, because he should go mode with the rest of Swamp here. Maybe do some checks on the way for Tempered, but I would not do left side Swamp, for instance. I don't know if he'll realize it, but he can skip the rest of this place.
Also worth noting, Rick has already done the GT climb, which Sten needs to do.
Yep, that's a good point. Who is in the lead right now? Good question. I think Rick, and okay, Sten does realize he can just go to the back. Good. That's a terrible pun. Damn.
No, that is the best pun. Thank you, Tamiki.
Then you're watching the podback saying Rick's ahead by only by a hair. Referencing the buddy sprite Rick's using. And for those who are just tuning in, Rick needs to go back to the Pendant Pod to get his Eastern and Thieves Town big keys for go modes, then needs to go back to Catfish. He got one way from the Dark Witch Hut earlier, which is why he hasn't been before he could do Catfish and never went back. But Hammer is Sten's item go mode. Rick needs two big keys for item go mode. They're also both missing Ice Palace the dungeon, but we know where that. But we have every item in the game we could want to go get to Ice Palace, wherever that is. Which we're down to, I think, Meyer main entrance, TR main entrance, Ice Palace the vanilla entrance, and Dark World Shopping Mall, I think are what's coming to mind right now for entrances we haven't seen.
You know, I'd completely forgotten about Dark Shopping Mall. Hey, more maps we don't need.
Sten better realize that Fire Rod is hammer locked. Oh, yeah, because right, TR lava chest, and there was a TR small in the back of Swamp.
Rick? Going back to GT for left side.
That makes sense for him.
So there are some things that Sten is never going to get baited into doing then.
Hammer Go mode is actually decent, yeah, because he's not going back for left side swamp. He even skipped the swamp compass chest, which tells me he has realized that swamp is deader than dead for his hammer.
I think Sten also forgot he has silvers for that second phase there.
Oh yeah, oops. I mean, Sten's gonna want to find a hammer before looking for Ice Palace, I think. You really don't want to do hammerless ice. Although I don't know why. For Rick, yeah, I don't know why Rick is doing this before looking for Ice Palace. I don't know.
Yeah, for all he knows, his big keys could be in Ice Palace.
Yeah, and Sten is fluting back to the mountain. He's going to be Eastern. I can't remember where he's going, but that's where he's going, is to be Eastern. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why Rick's here and not not finding Ice Palace. Yeah, Sten not going to Swamp to Catfish after Swamp means we aren't sure when he's going back there. Hey, Gilgamesh, raiding with a party of 19. Welcome in, Raiders. We're an hour and a half into a Crosskeys match here between Sten and Rick. It's been really close, actually. I have never seen Sten race before, but it's put up a really good show here. It's been an interesting seed. We are finding Ice Palace, the dungeon from No Mode, as a restream. Sten is missing a hammer off Catfish for item go mode. Rick's missing a couple of big keys from the back of Pen and Pod for his item go mode. Oh, Sten's portal is still a swamp, that could help, yeah. Yep, GT was a bust. Logically required, I think. There was a pod small in there somewhere, but that was about it. Okay to GT, thanks game.
I wonder if Sten goes up GT next.
He could, yes. There's nothing particularly stopping him from doing that, and he does need to do it at some point.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There wouldn't be any hammer logical implications, would there?
Our GT smalls were cack weld back pod U room and Eastern big key chest. Not that I can think of for logic there, no. No, he's missing some pod smalls, but I don't think he cares about that logic.
Rick got his third pod small. That might incentivize him to go to the back of pod now.
Well, this is not a Route 2 pod. For those who are wondering, pod is in CAC, one of the right side houses on near the Smith. This is Rick, I think. Yeah, he's gonna finally check our Vanilla Ice Palace entrance. There's like a 1 in 5 chance or something of this being vanilla. Saw the light world entrance there a long time ago. Someone got connected over there.
Vanilla Ice! So we had
called it.
Vanilla Swamp and Vanilla Ice. No way. Oh dear, if Sten goes into Ice looking for the hammer, that could be a time loss. Well, it would be, but yeah.
I mean, he is looking for entrances. That part's fine. It's, does he stay, which he is. I mean, I get it from his perspective. It's perfectly possible for his hammer to be in here. We just know it's not. Yes, Telethar, Swamp and Ice were both at their vanilla entrances.
Hey, there's the mirror shield!
Nice. Thanks to the sub file, 47 months of barely randomized entrances. Yeah.
Hang on, did Did Rick skip the Pengator chest when he's still looking for 2 big
I
keys?
think he might have, yeah.
Fascinating.
Castle Tower small, which we don't need.
Oh, thank you, our tracker Ike. You're pointing out that was his second shield, not his third.
Ah, good point. Yep, thank you. Yeah, Cooper.
Amazing. Our runners are synced up again temporarily.
Oh yeah, both in the same room. Yeah, Cooper, currently Sten is giving some time back to Rick. He is clearing ice, as much of ice as he can, looking for his hammer, which we know is not here. There's no Acid Skull Wood Small. Rick, on the other side, is also full clearing Ice Phallus, looking for his 2 big keys, which we know are both in the back of Pod. What I'm worried for is Rick might go back to TR at some point, looking for items, though Pod's the better density, so I'd go to Pod before TR, at least in his position. But yeah, Sten is... I get why Sten ended up not doing Catfish earlier due to the one-way at Dark Witch Hut, but that's been quite unfortunate for him. And that's everything he can do in Ice Palace. Let's see where he goes next. Sten never did the Zora area, either, but he's gonna go do these water checks now, which is not helping the Catfish Orphan. Yeah, what happened to Sten is kind of why you do Catfish before connector at Dark Witch.
Well, nice cold stair fight there.
Yep. Cooper, what happened to Sten with Catfish is he cleared the Pyramid Ledger. He cleared Pyramid. He was in the pod area, went over to Pyramid, checked top of Hyrule Castle, then headed on up towards Catfish, but found one of the Desert Palace entrances at Dark Witch Hut, and then got one way through the Pyramid Ferry after that, and never went back to Catfish with that one way.
Oh, and Rick is about to find out about the Desert Center entrance.
Oh yeah, now Rick's gonna go get that, probably gonna get that one way potentially here. GT climb for Sten makes sense here. It's not gonna get him anything he needs, it's not gonna get him his hammer, but he needs to do it, so he might as well do it. Rick really wants to last location pod as much as possible, I think.
Trying to remember what the logical requirements are for the back. Is it 4 keys?
It's 4 keys for the... So our 2 missing big keys are Harmless Hellway for the Eastern Big and U-Room for the Thieves Big. U-Room is in logic with 4 keys and, well, a lamp. Then going right side GT is going to cost him a bit of time here, ouch, although he at least can't do left side, which is a time save. Rick's going pot though, so this is, I think, GG's here. But U-Room is 4 keys, Harmless Hellway is 6 keys.
Yeah, I guess I can see why he'd be reluctant to come back here, having only 3.
Well, no, yeah. It's also just by far the best density play.
Yeah.
And agreed with Inko that GT right side is a logic goof for Sten. Right side GT, these 4 checks are behind all 4 GT keys, and one of the GT smalls was, where was our GT smalls? Cat, well, those are fine. Audio room, not quite in logic due to pod key placements, and Eastern Big Key Chest, which is in the pod Harmless Hellway. We are actually still missing 2 pod smalls somehow. I'm not sure where they are, but we do not have full pod logic. Oh, right. Key in the back of Swamp is the thing Oh, right. No, that was... Oh, now I remember. Thank you for the reminder, chat. The issue with right side GT is that it's Fire Rod locked. Fire Rod was in the lava chest, which is of TR, which is behind all 4 TR small keys, and one of the TR smalls is in the back of Swamp, which is hammer locked. There we go. Yeah, that's what it was. Whoops. Cooper Hellway is actually a problem for Rick. That's his Eastern Big Key.
Oh. Oh, wait, is he gonna use... Wait, what is he doing?
Is he taking his... He only has 1 pod small left. Where is he taking this?
Okay, he hasn't done Stalfo's basement, apparently.
Okay, that's fine. The question is, what does
Sleeping?
No, Rick,
I mean,
no.
everything else is 6 key locked, and he's only got 3. I mean, it makes sense, but this is so unfortunate.
Oh, this is feels bad for Rick. Yeah, he's...
Oh no.
For those who are wondering, the 2 TR small keys, sorry, not TR. We know of 4 pod small keys between the 2 of them. Sten is missing his 4th off the GT climb. That he'll find it shortly now that he needs it. Rick is missing 2 pod smalls from Dark Cross, which he didn't want to do Dark Rooms, I think, his first when he did Hyrule Castle way back when. Yeah, Rick is missing a pod small from Dark Cross and a pod small from Mini Molorm Cave. Mini Molorm Cave, I think he got that. That was Bomb Rocks by Bomb Shot, but he's missing one from Dark Cross, I think, is the one he never got. I also have no idea where the other 2... we also don't know where the other 2 TR smalls are. We're kind of running out of checks in the game for that.
Or, I think we have all the TR smalls, right?
Not TR small, pod smalls, brain.
Pod, yeah.
Pod smalls being the issue for Rick here with that Eastern Big that he goofed it. Yeah, Rick is missing a pod small from Dark Cross. We also don't know where the other 2 are. We're running rather hard out of checks for those, admittedly. I mean, what are our checks left in the game? Skullwood's big chest is outstanding, I believe. We didn't see the Thievestown big chest earlier from Sten because he still doesn't have his hammer. Trinex is outstanding. Green Pendant's a thing. There's not a lot of places left for these pod smalls.
Did you say purple chest?
No, I did not. Purple chest exists. Good catch. Yeah, I'm not sure why Rick left pod without doing either Harmless Hellway or the big key chest. Like, if you only have 1 key, just pick one of the 6 key lock checks and do it, but that's fighting Rick rather hard.
Well, both of our runners are missing something important in a really bad location.
Yeah. Harmless Hellway for Rick, and Catfish for Sten. But yeah, there's something like... There is very minimal checks left in the game for Rick, and very minimal checks left for Sten, frankly. You've seen most of the game at this point between our runners. Cooper, the pod smalls are probably places like Trinox, the Skullwood's big chest, tablets maybe. No, we did Bobo's Tablet. I don't remember if we saw Ether Tablet. There's really not much left. I don't think anyone actually did the Hera basement, so there's that.
Wow, this list is just getting worse and worse.
Yeah, basically the pod smalls are in horrible spots for Rick. And Dark Cross is the one we know about. Saha probably has one, yeah. Saha has an outstanding check, yeah. But just behind Trinex. We know it can't be pegged, so for whatever little that's worth. But yeah, there's the pod small that Sten was missing. Oh yeah, I forgot. Mimic Cave exists. I don't think we ever found Spike Cave. It's in one of the remaining outstanding entrances we never saw. There's, yeah, pod
Oh, hey, a pod
Small.
small.
I mean, that makes sense. As we've been discussing, there's not much left for them.
I mean, does this send him back to pod then? Because he can do both of the 6 key lock checks and then just ignore the boss. He's looting to 3,
Hopefully.
but he's
Nope,
going the wrong
this is
way.
not pod. This is a Skullwood's big chest, I think.
Oh no.
Yeah, Cobra Spike Cave might have a pod small. I forgot the Skullwood's. Speaking of Skullwood's big chest, there's a Skullwood's big key. Oh, right, Rick hasn't done Smith Chain. Yep. Where's our last sword for that? Where's our last sword for that matter? Because, oh, there, I guess.
Yeah, now I'm trying to remember where the third sword is, the one that Sten has.
Smith's.
Oh yeah!
We were talking about vanilla entrances earlier. We also had a vanilla sword on Smith. Oh yeah, Rick Bunny walked over through Cave 45 a while ago, so he never actually did Stumpy. Alright, Agus down for Sten. Please tell me he routes Catfish after this. This is probably his best chance to do so.
Yeah, he does still have Zora and, yeah, those 2 checks there, so... Let's see. Nope, he's mirroring.
He's mirroring Sten. Eastern Big Key Morgai is in the Harmless Hellway Pendant pod. Rick went in there with only 3 keys and decided to not do it. Oh, the Sten's gonna do the Agatara checks. This is fine. I think the Lumberjack dropdown was something not useful, so he's fine, I think, on that. Yeah, this is Smith Chain for Rick. These are 2 quick checks for Sten, but unfortunately, beating Aga 2 there was Sten's best chance to route Catfishing, and he's not done that.
I mean, I doubt it's gonna be dead forever to him, but it could, like, where else is he gonna go first?
I mean, both he and Rick are down to some just garbage checks at this point, so... The good thing is Sten's fluting. He's not going back to Meyer. I was worried he might do that, and he isn't, so that's good, at least. I'm not sure where he is going, but it's not that. Mini Moldorm Cave. What was this connector again?
Oh, front of TR?
Oh, this makes sense for the fire rod lock checks, yep. Aga 1 is locks useless fairy ads. Rick is taking this connector back to Floating Island. I'm not sure where that's taking him, honestly, but he's up here. Oh, he didn't have... Right, he was a bunny. He had a late moon pearl, so I don't think he checked these entrances. Going to get... I forgot what this was, but something...
This was the mushroom. Did we see the mushroom turn in yet? I'm not sure.
I don't remember if we did. The witch is... Bumper Cave Bottom. Yeah, Sten doesn't realize Fire Rod can't lock Hammer. I mean, Sten has to be running out of stuff to do. He's fluting back to CAC. Rick is checking the TR main entrance. Sten, if you're already next to the portal, I don't think going up to this connector saves you time, but he's not doing that either. Where is... Sten... Oh, Magic Bat, I think. I don't... There was a TR small key in the back of Swamp, yes. Sten doesn't realize that that locks Fire Rod because things.
Right,
Oh,
so
there's
you
Spike
mentioned
Cave.
Spike Cave. This is
Yeah.
probably another pod small.
Probably. I mean, they've got to be somewhere. Nope, it's the red
Oh,
boomerang.
cool.
Huh. Okay.
Equally valuable.
Pretty much. Magic Bat was something utterly forgettable? Yep. This is Ether Tablet for Rick. Which dungeon's faster, Eastern or Ice? Eastern, I think. Okay, Sten is taking this portal. Let's see where he goes with it. Well, Eastern is a little farther from a flute point, good point. Eastern is on, well, it's not that far. It's the one of the drop downs on East Death Mountain. This is Skullwood's big chest for Sten. Rick is, I'm not sure where Rick's going. No, he's also going to do the Agatara second chest. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah, Ice Palace is still a long dungeon to run through. I think Sten was trying to remember which entrance specifically to Skullwoods was the big chest. And, well, there's Bottle Percent.
Cool.
And I think that's officially every single item worked out on my note sheet. I've seen all the shields, I've seen all the I've seen both boomerangs, and I've seen all the bottles and all the swords. Oh, Sten's checking the back of Skullwood's entrance. Sten, this can't be your hammer. Rick, where are you going? Rick got his second sword off Zora, so that might be a problem for Sten, yeah, because Zora and the Village of Outcasts Hammer Hut are not exactly the most appealing things to do for Sten.
Yeah, when Sten gets...
going to be Catfish.
Yeah, like, at that point you're not gonna just do Zora on the hopes it's a sword, and you're definitely not going back to Village of Outcasts.
No.
Okay, flute. Is he gonna just run across the North Dark World to go to Catfish?
I really hope that's what he's doing. Happy 2 hours, everyone. Rick is checking the Skullwood's big chest. I half wonder if Rick's gonna read the pet at some point here, honestly.
Oh, is this gonna be purple chest?
For Sten, yes.
Does that work?
For what?
Leaving the purple chest at the top of a cliff?
He's gonna mirror next to the purple chest guy and turn it in.
Okay, so it does work. Good to know.
I assume it will, yeah. Shroom is nothing for Rick, but we knew that since we've seen every major item in the game. Yeah, this is also going to be a Master Sword Silvers fight at this point for Sten. I don't see him getting either of his last for 2 swords. They are not in good spots.
Okay, Rick has the mirror out. Simultaneous mirrors.
No, Rick's checking this entrance, which he's trying to find something. I don't think he's looking for Pod because he was just there a couple minutes ago. Rick is...
Oh, Dark Cross for his pod small.
Maybe that'll finally get Rick back to Pod. That'll be Pod 5 for him. Okay, flute back out for Sten. Where's he going? He's having a think, which, fair, I think. He's memory hold a bit, Catfish, I think. Oh, he's turning into Shroom. There's Pod 5 for Rick.
And
so
he's
Sten's
right here in CAC.
Yeah, that's really convenient for Rick if he goes there. Yeah, Sten has Catfish, Zora, the Waterfall Fairy entrance left, and Zora Ledge. He's never been to that area, period. Rick's also doing Purple Chest. Rick is hard committing to leaving Pod until last, I think.
Okay, now Sten fluted to the potion shop and looked like he was going to do Zora, but now
turned in the
he's...
Shroom.
Oh, he
He's
did,
going
okay.
to turn in the Shroom, which is here at the Bumper Ledge bottom entrance.
And, okay, he's got to be going to Catfish.
He's going to not do that at all and just go straight to Catfish. I don't understand skipping the Shroom, but this is going to be go mode for him. Oh, he didn't actually turn in the Shroom, never mind then.
Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't think I saw him do that.
Okay, that was just me scatterbraiding that. Never mind. I know, that must have been, I think he was going to Zora and then realized, wait, I should do it with Catfish. Which is good.
Okay, go mode incoming.
Go mode finally incoming. We've been in no mode for several minutes on Restream. Yeah. Sten hopefully should be okay for
oh no, Hera basement.
Oh. There's Hammer for Sten. Go mode 2 hours, 3 minutes, and like 48 seconds. Okay, so Sten's gonna go run through Ice Palace, and he's gonna get to. He's already beat the GT climb. Rick is hard last locationing his key. I hope he does it before Trinex at least, but even that, I don't know at the rate we're going. Yeah, Sten can certainly do Master Sword Silver's Ganon. He, I don't know what his potion count is looking like, but he does have 16 hearts, red mail, Silver's half magic, and his safety, so he should hopefully be okay. I do know actually that looking for I was doing a bit of research on Sten before the race, since this is my first time seeing him race. There's our last pod small.
Alright, it's in logic. Are you gonna go there, Rick?
Please. But a Master Sword Ganon fight actually Sten actually died to a Master Sword Ganon fight. I don't know what his equipment was, but that's what apparently cost him his race last week against Lin Lin Lin, is that he died to Ganon and lost to Lin 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 by 29 seconds.
Well, Rick is in the right place.
Rick is in the right place. This isn't over yet due to the sword advantage, but we don't know. Thank goodness. Rick is going to be in go mode here in another minute or two. Yeah, I'm a little surprised as well with Color App that he didn't go Trinox, but, well, it's good he didn't. Laser Bridge is at Sahasat, for those who don't know. The Sten will be first to Ganon. Switch.
Oh, we were talking about Sten's bottles, but on our special screen where we can see his tracker, he's got a fairy, a bee, a green potion, and an empty.
Okay, so fairy and green potion, hopefully that's enough for him. We're going to find out at any rate, as there is go mode for Rick. 2 hours, 16 minutes, and like 17 seconds, so 2.5 minute difference on go mode times for the Rick hitting go mode as Sten enters the Cold Stare fight, essentially. Yeah, this is Rick going Eastern. And
nicely
pretty
done.
decent Cold Stare fight. Yeah, this is still a very close race. Sten is most of it running through the Eastern to the boss ahead of Rick. Damn, they've both done GT. They're fine.
I don't know, maybe Sten goes back for left side GT looking for his sword.
Sten needs to not die to Ganon, I think, is the big thing. And not fall. He's got some time. The blue thing that's X'd out above the Swamp Palace boss is on the tracker that tells us that they've both drained the dam. Apparently, according to his personal tracker, Cooper, Sten's bottles have a fairy, a bee, a green potion, and an empty.
And you know, he could buy 11 potions if he really wanted to.
He could. He also has a bug nut if he wanted to bonk a tree for a fairy, but he's not going to do that. He's going to head straight to Ganon.
Alright, 2 hours, 8 minutes, 20 seconds. Here we go.
Alright, and that's Crystal 7 for Rick.
I think Sten is 7 spins into phase 1 here.
I lost count, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, that should do it for phase 1.
Doing very well here so far. Nice use of iframes with a hookshot.
And halfway through phase 2.
Yep.
He's still taking no damage, which is good.
As
and of course, if I say that.
Yeah, you jinxed him there.
Okay, that should do it for phase 2, I think. And Rick has dropped into the Ganon fight. He's got the butter stick, so just 6 slashes per phase.
Yep, this is really, really close. Being very warpy here for Ganon.
Alright, phase 4 for Sten.
Okay, hello, silver my one true weakness. That's a 1 arrow. This is giving me so much anxiety
Oh my
right
goodness.
now. That's 2.
3, can he get the double? He does
Yay!
it!
Very, very nicely done.
Now don't step off before the bridge appears.
And Rick is not far behind here, because he's also on phase 4, I look over, and...
And Sten's gonna win with an official time of 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 2 seconds.
Rick hot on his heels.
Getting the triple!
Exploding.
Wow, what a finish.
GG's to Rick as well here. Gonna finish up 2, 11, 19. 17
seconds. What a race.
Wow. That was an incredible end to this seed. I think we'll be getting both runners in for an interview. Just need to get Sten in here. Yeah, Hammer Gunvote, extremely powerful even if you last location it. That definitely helped Sten because it blocked a lot of things. Alright, there's both our runners. And we are now joined by AdirondackRick and Sten. GG's, guys.
GG's.
GG.
I can't believe how close that was.
That was ridiculously close. Giving us some serious anxiety there.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Yeah, this was a really, really close race. As you can tell, I could, there on your screen, we can see the swords for sale, Srenzora. This was an interesting scene. You guys had vastly different routes and very, very different go modes.
Oh, okay.
So Rick, Sten, so what happened to Sten is that you at one point you did right side, you did like the pod area, you did top of Hyrule Castle, Pyramid Ledge, and then headed up towards Catfish. But then you found that one of the Desert Palace entrances at Dark Witch Hut, took that, got one way to Pyramid Ferry, and never went back for Catfish. So Hammer was your go mode. And then on Rick's side, he hard last location, or near hard last location, the Eastern Big Key in the back of Pod.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I had the one key, and I'm debating whether or not I use it there, but I mean, obviously, if I use the key, we're talking about a different race here. I go 1-1, and not much you can say about that, but it's going to be a Master Sword Silver Ganon at that point. But I, the decision not to was because it was just one key at that point. Like, what if I need to finish the dungeon at that point was the big question that came into mind, and I was like, no, I can't spend that key just yet. I probably should have, and I am sure there's probably some people in chat that were probably going, why don't you spend the key at that stage? But I just couldn't put it to myself to use that key. But I just got thrown everywhere as a result.
Yeah, there was a lot of really lousy, all over the place just checks you guys both did hunting for your respective go modes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things
that is an
like,
impressive collection rate. 194 for AdirondackRick.
yeah, you guys did nearly everything. Because yeah, Stan for Rick, he did what, 3 trips to Pod, one's for the front, one's for the east, one's for the Thieves Big in the U room of Pod, and then one's for the Eastern Big and Harmless Hallway for final go mode.
Oh, geez. I was lucky enough to only end up, twice?
Twice,
Once?
yeah, I think.
I don't remember this. Oh, yeah, I guess once for the first chest, and then once for the rest.
Mhm.
Yeah,
How many
I think
keys did you have going back in?
I think I had
3.
3.
You
Yeah,
you
that's
hadn't
right.
done GT climb at the time, and your fourth was that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just figured I like might as well spend the key while I'm back here since I knew it was a pendant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I said, I
And
should have, and like I said, that's a decision I would probably be tossing and turning over at that point. But I I kind of just was like last locating that moon pearl in Eastern.
Yeah, that was the other thing, is that Sten did the front of Eastern relatively early, but upon finding it, you pretty much last locationed it, Rick.
hmm But I don't know why you would dig Eastern at that point without being able to beat it. But that's me getting slapped by
So,
the Zelda style of Eastern. But you do, and try to emulate someone else's strats. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I can't complain about that. Like, obviously, the pod is the big decision for me.
mhm. You want to say something, Sten, there?
I mean, I'm fairly new to Crosskeys. I think like a lot of my decisions are made not based on logic, but just on let's just check things. So,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes it works out, and more often than not, I end up like 20 minutes behind my opponent or more. So,
It is
I,
tricky to learn how to route cross
uh,
keys for sure. Sorry, go ahead. You completely cut out there. Sten?
Well, this is mildly awkward.
Yeah, that I think Sten's mic just quit. He's working on it, so we'll do that and then work on that. I do see a 179 collection rate for him.
Yeah, and that right there is definitely says something about the seed there. The fact that they were able to collect fewer items, which I mean, if they had hammer go mode, which meant they didn't have to sit there and dig all of swamp, although they may have with the specky.
Skipped a decent chunk of it. Correctly read that hammer go mode was not gonna. Hammer as item go mode was not gonna. Meant back most of swamp was worthless. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Sten to come back before I do some more questions. Hopefully that gets sorted. Sten is aware his mic has quit.
Well, honestly, I'm kind of astounded that Sten's collection rate's so low, honestly. It felt like he cleared almost as much of the same amount of stuff as Rick did.
Left side GT is a decent amount of stuff, though. Remember,
Yeah, that's 10
Yeah, that's
items
fair.
right there.
10 items. Couple. He didn't do left side swamp. I think he skipped the swamp compass chest. Hey, do we have a stem back?
Oh yes, I'm back. I mean, I was when I went to swamp thinking, oh yeah, I'll clear that because it's a dungeon. Like, yeah, might as well full clear a dungeon. There's lots of items here, and then I remembered, oh yeah, swamp is technically hammer locked, so it can't be here. So I just skipped. I just went straight to back of swamp.
Yep, which was the right read for you there. That definitely saved you a couple of minutes. Rick full cleared it looking for his big keys.
Yeah, makes sense.
One thing I just to let you know, it's a little fun. One thing, speaking of logic reads into hammer, is one thing that did cost you a few minutes, Sten, is that there was a TR small in the back of swamp, and your fire rod was on lava chest. So anything fire rod locked was not could not have had your hammer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That lava chest is 4 key lock. That is also one thing that we were worried was going to make a real big difference for you guys. Is that Rick got that fire rod fairly early, and you got it pretty late, Sten.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hunting for that for a while.
Mm-hmm. Didn't actually end up being required with this seed, but it
Yeah,
you
that is
did.
a rarity, but it happened.
Technically, it was required for Skull Woods, but
Yeah.
it's a skippable logic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, Rick,
I
I
think
just wanted to say I appreciated you throwing around the frozen pokey. It was something to watch.
Oh yeah, Rick was. I don't think either of you had a sword at one point, but Rick was on ice rod, and what were you fighting Kakariko with?
I think it was Fighter's sword.
It might have been a sword and
Fighter's
ice rod.
sword at
Yeah.
that point in time, trying to make sure that the pokey doesn't go somewhere where I can't get the key.
Yeah,
I don't think that's
that was.
possible, but I wanted to make sure.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen someone ice rod a pokey and throw it. That was something to see. Yeah, those are some differences. Is late pearl for Rick, late fire rod for you, Sten, and also did you just completely memory hole like the blindsided light flute 5?
yes, yes, I did. I should have mirrored when I first came out of that connector and just forgot, and then it was just there for a while. And I kept thinking, oh yeah, I'll go there next time I flute, and then I didn't for ages, and could have had the sword so much sooner.
Yeah, your first sword was what, Smith's actually, I think, quite a bit later.
Yeah,
If you watch this back, we do spend not zero amount of time in the early mid game yelling at you to go check it.
you know that's fair. I should have checked it. I really should have checked it sooner.
It does happen though. It's kind of one of those things that got you kind of unlucky there. But it is something to keep in mind for Crosskeys, is making sure you keep track of what entrances you've left behind.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's all on the tracker. It's just there is so much to process in Crosskeys.
for sure, yeah. Um, yeah, though, you're talking a bit while your mic was or fixing your mic about the difference in collection rates. Rich Grick was 194, you were 179, which pretty
Mm.
low given the full clear, but you were able to skip GT, left side GT, you skipped half of Swamp Palace, some other random hammerlock checks. Uh, your last sword was on the Hammerpags entrance, by the way.
Oh,
No,
okay.
not Hammerpags entrance, the Hammerlock house in Village of Outcasts.
Wait,
Yeah,
last
which
sword.
was Bonkrox.
Yep,
Where was the other one? I only had
Zora.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't quite get there because I found the hammer and went to Ganon.
Oh
Or
yeah,
went to
yeah. Rick
uh,
obviously got his hammer considerably earlier and got Zora with
yeah.
it.
I think like I was gonna go and do Zora early and Catfish, Catfish mirror into
Hmm.
Zora, but then there was something else
Dark
oh yeah,
Witch
I
Hut
went
was
into
the one way.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
went
think
into
that's what
desert.
got you. Yeah, that is something with a bit of a risk there. Kind of is if you are heading for Catfish and you see a connector at the Witch Hut. Dark Witch Hut is uh be mindful of getting one way like you did today.
Yeah.
Because yeah, that sent you. Well, in this case, it was back to Pyramid Ferry, so you could have run back up, but that's kind of a trip. If you had gotten one way anywhere else, you were not getting back there very quickly.
Mm. Yeah, I mean I just sort of weighed it up and I figured at that point I didn't have flippers either, so I was just thinking, oh, I'll go back later when I've got flippers and can get into the entrance there as well.
Yeah, Waterfall Ferry. Rick actually tried to walk on water. I thought it was a fake flipper earlier for that, but that did not work out for you, Rick.
What's that?
Your Waterfall Ferry mishap.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was I swam a little too far and fell off the ledge. When I found it was the old man rescue cave, it was like, whoops, okay, let's go to Zora. Oh, okay, I guess we're not. Let's hope that's
yeah.
not something that's immediately needed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of swords, though, you did a really, really nice job with Master Sword Ganon there, Sten.
Yeah, I'm just glad I had silvers because I'm I am not in my last race I died to Master Sword Ganon and then lost by 30 seconds. So
I saw that. Yeah. No, you did really well. We were because you hit go mode like I think 2.5 minutes before Rick, but Eastern's fairly quick and Master Sword on the first three phases of Ganon is kind of slow.
yeah.
So you guys ended up being, as you can tell, stupid close at the end there.
Mm.
Yeah, you did a very good job taking no damage until I went and mentioned it, so sorry about that.
How can you do
Link
this
kind
to
of
me?
comms cursed you. But no, that was a really, really good race to watch. You pulled up two very close races for you, Stud. You lost by 30 seconds on your first and beat Rick here on the second.
Yeah.
But no, both good matches. I'm running out of questions, admittedly, at this point.
Yeah, GG Sten, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks and
Yeah, so you're up to 1-1 now, Stan. I'm sorry, Rick, you're down to 0-2 now, but
Yep.
still 6 rounds left of Swiss. So good luck to you both on your next rounds. Do you have any questions left for them, Blue Link?
Nope, I think you covered everything I was thinking of asking.
Excellent. Then, in which case, please give both of our runners a follow, Sten and AdirondackRick, to my co-com Blue Link, and thanks a lot as well to our tracker IQ. That is going to be it here for us on ZSR main. We do have currently over on ZSR2 another Crosskeys tournament restream ongoing. They started about half an hour ago. That's Wall Kicks versus Telethar. We'll go see how they're doing. Uh, Tomorrow, currently on the schedule, we have a Twilight Princess Any Percent Tournament 2024 match. Main bracket, losers bracket round 2 between Anarakis and D Machine. Don't currently have a Crosskeys match on the schedule tomorrow, but we do have one for Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. That'll be between Pichu and Baja Blood. Probably will be here on this channel. Then we'll have more Crosskeys matches throughout the week. We'll also have some matches on the schedule for Link to the Past Randomizer Survivors of Hyrule tournament as well. They're in the later rounds of brackets. For now, I think that's it for us. We're gonna head on over to see how ZSR2 is doing. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good evening.